Alright, YouTube, it's time for Occult Literature video number 78, Phallic Objects, Monuments and Remains. One of the possible Hargrave works, late 1800s, 1890s essentially, that ties in with Phallism, which was the main title. They also had, again, Ophiolatreia, which is serpent worship, cultus arborum, tree worship, and they ended up doing quite a few other works along the same general vein. Now, as always, link in the description to my edition on Amazon, second link to my books blog. If you're into this sort of work, there's a lot more available there. The editor of this work, whether Hargrave or not, primarily researched secondary sources, copied long sections from them verbatim, put them together into roughly a 96-page work. This is shorter than Phallism. It's shorter than most of the others. It's more of a supplementary, shorter book than Phallism itself. It really aids in sort of branching out into a subgroup of knowledge on the same basic subject, much like archaic rock inscriptions. That deals with some of the literal petroglyphic or similar inclusions around Europe, around India, and so forth. The claim is made, of course, that represents the lingam and the yoni. Within this work, it's talking about the construction of towers, often of a phallic nature, or ruined towers, the construction or use of altars. It also speaks at great length about Odin's stone. Now, Odin's stone, which is on the cover of the work, and it was illustrated on the front page of the original actual handbook, is basically a carved boulder, a roughly carved boulder with a hole in it, and people would join arms through the hole when they swore their vows, and it was overseen by Odin. And if you broke a vow after vowing it in that manner, you probably died. You probably got killed. It was considered an affront to the very deity. It also makes the claim, this is one of the most interesting things, that at least according to one anecdotal report, as late as the mid-1700s, there were still people in the British Isles, no less, that made use of this sort of vowing system, still held to the heathen ways even though they weren't actual pagans. It's very interesting. This is more on the archaeological side. Much like archaic rock inscriptions, it's very descriptive. A lot of literal archaeological sources went into writing it. So it's a very good supplementary piece to Phallism. If you're interested in reviewing all of the works under this general umbrella of texts, this is one of the shorter supplementary materials to the actual phallic cult, phallic worship sort of series, which starts with Phallism itself and continues and diverges and covers many, many subtopics. So a very interesting work altogether for someone who's, I'm into the archaeological side of things. It's not just an occult work, it's also kind of an academic work, insofar as it uses academic sources for about 50% of its total bulk. Again, link in the description to the edition that I've released on Amazon, second link to my books blog. That's about all. Peace out.